Hi, this is Brad Linder from Liliputing, and today I'm unboxing a laptop from Lenovo. I believe this is going to be the IdeaPad S10-3. This is a demo unit sent to me by Lenovo. The S10-3 is a 10-inch laptop that has a Atom N450 processor. Not to be confused with the S10-3T, which actually has a touchscreen display. Here on the side we can see it's got a Pine processor, 1 gig of RAM, 160 gigabyte hard drive, 10 by 100 Ethernet, 10.1 inch display, 6 cell battery, Windows 7 Starter Edition. Looks like this one's going to be a red model. This is a demo unit, and you can see some of the tape's already been opened, so this is something that Lenovo sent me specifically to review. Some of the contents in the box, therefore, may have shifted. Okay, first thing is information that Lenovo sends me as a reviewer. Next thing we got is the S10-3 user guide. Information about accessories. Looks like they have a USB CD drive, some mice, cases, extra batteries, etc. On the side, we've got a little box here with a power cable, power brick, about the same size, I would say, as earlier Lenovo power bricks for netbooks, and the battery. This is a 48 watt-hour battery, 6 cells. You can sort of see the cells. Cells basically look like AA batteries, and you can fit 3 side by side, and there's 2 rows. So this is a 6-cell battery instead of a 3-cell battery. 48 watt-hours should provide pretty good runtime with a low-power Pine Trail processor. Now let's take a look at the netbook itself. It's a pretty nice looking machine. It's got a red textured pattern on the lid. Seems to be sort of fingerprint resistant, which is nice. You don't get a lot of smudges on it. It's sort of a checkered pattern with 2 different shades of red. Lenovo logo looks nice, sort of a chrome finish there. Around the sides you've got, first of all, it's pretty thin. I mean, it's like, that's my thumb. You've got headphone, microphone, 2 USB, Ethernet, another USB for a total of 3, power, SD card slot, switch here, which I believe is for toggling the wireless. On the front, it's not much of anything. The bottom has one large access panel, which looks like it should give you access to the RAM and maybe the hard drive, and not sure about any other components. There is a SIM card slot here tucked away behind the battery compartment. I don't think that this particular model has a 3G modem in it, but I'll make sure to check. But it shows that there's going to be an option. So if there's a wireless 3G wireless module in here, you can throw a SIM card in. Let's open it up. Some stickers around the side, not as much as I often see. The keyboard is very nice and sort of has these rounded edges that makes it look almost like a ThinkPad keyboard. Actually, it looks pretty similar to the ThinkPad X100E keyboard in terms of the design of these. It's an island-style keyboard, which means that there's flat keys and some space in between them. Makes it sort of easy to detect where your finger is, but it gives you a little bit more surface area on each key. Down here, sort of the typical Lenovo layout for a netbook, where you've got fairly small buttons for up, down, page up, home, brightness, volume, etc. function key is on the outside as opposed to most computers, which put the control key there and the function key next to it. Takes a little getting used to, but the more time I spend with Lenovo laptops, the less time I spend hitting the wrong key. And then the function keys are all up here. One thing you'll notice is that there are no buttons either to the left or right or below the touchpad. They're actually integrated right into the touchpad, so you actually push to click. Not a huge fan of this style of netbook of touchpad, but it does give you more surface area, and once you get used to it, it might be okay. One thing that I've had problems with on Dell laptops that have a similar touchpad is if you're used to sort of hovering and click the mouse while you're moving, you might accidentally sort of tap and move the cursor away from where you expected it to be. You know, we'll see what their experience is like. But it is nice and large. There's sort of a chromed metal finish. Don't know if it's actually metal. It's more likely plastic, although it feels kind of cold having coming in from the outside, so it might be metal. But it's definitely a sort of a brushed metal finish. Sorry, I think I might have said chrome. No, brushed metal finish. Very attractive. And yeah, thin, light, and nice looking lid. So aside from the touchpad, I really like the look of this, and hopefully the touchpad isn't going to be a deal breaker. I'll be reviewing this over the next couple of days, and you can check out Liliputing.com for more detailed information about this computer. Let's put the battery in, and you can see it adds a little bit of thickness. When you put this down on the table, the back rises up a little bit, but overall it's definitely one of the thinner 10-inch netbooks that I've seen. And while the Lenovo IdeaPad S10-3 with the swivel touchscreen display that you can actually fold and put down and use in slate mode has gotten a lot of attention, this is a much smaller, thinner, lighter, and cheaper computer, so I've been pretty curious to get my hands on it and give it a test. This is Brad Linder with Liliputing and the Lenovo IdeaPad S10-3.